Hey, real quick, if you're interested in nonverbal communication and body language, check out this next video. This is a keynote presentation I gave last week to the St. Louis Crisis Nursery. It's a great organization that helps children specifically short-term due to illness, domestic violence, things of that nature. So if you're interested in the takeaways, though, of nonverbal communication and body language, check out this video. If you're interested in helping the St. Louis Crisis Nursery, please reach out to their website. And being a part of this is going to be a super engaging 30 minutes. So you're going to be up, you're going to be standing around, you're going to be interacting with people around you, if able. So be ready. This is, I'm always live off caffeine and Mountain Dew, so we will have somewhat of, try to have fun in the next 30 minutes. So I want to tell you a quick story. The year's 1960. It is the first ever televised presidential debate ever. You may have heard of this sometime in your history class. First ever televised debate between JFK and Nixon, right? Nixon had all of the experience in the world. He just got out of the hospital, so the first time on television, the lights caused him to sweat on camera. He also wore a light gray suit, as you see right here, that blended with the background of the screen. When asked if Nixon wanted makeup, he said, "No, I don't want any makeup. I'm tough. I don't need that." JFK, on the other hand, did JFK want makeup? Absolutely. Did JFK wear a dark black suit, like right here? Absolutely. And he had that sort of California tan. He just looked healthy. JFK had no experience, very little experience in politics whatsoever. He would go on to win that presidential debate and therefore the election, and he openly said it was just because of the television. Those who were polled, who listened to that debate on the radio, said overwhelmingly Nixon mopped the floor with JFK. He had more experience, he had more stories, he had more facts to back up what he was saying. Those that watched that debate on TV said overwhelmingly JFK mopped the floor with Nixon. He just looked like a president. Right? You may have heard this on your history classes or on History Channel at some point, but I don't know if you know this, it would be 16 years until there would be another presidential debate on TV. 16 years of presidents not willing to go on TV for debates because they saw what happened to Nixon. Nixon should have won. He was the VP. He had all this experience. He should have won, but the TV caused JFK to win. Right? That is the importance of nonverbal communication. It's not just the great knowledge that you all have. Right? You have immense knowledge, which is fantastic. It is also how that message is being channeled and how it's being presented. Nowadays, there is an entire crew of media trainers. So basically, I followed around. I never met the big guy, to tell you the truth. The Obama campaign. I followed around Joe Biden for a year and a half and trained Joe Biden as well as influencers, local influencers, on how to show up on TV, local gatherings and whatnot. Pro tip, if you ever see this, I'll give you an inside look so you know what's happening behind the scenes. They are trained, politicians and CEOs, when they come out on stage, they're trained to do this. Hey, how's it going? They have no idea who those people are. They have no idea whatsoever. But to you, it looks like I spent time, right? I had one-on-one conversations. On TV, it looks like I didn't just come up on stage, give the same speech I gave 100 other times, and get back on the bus, right? So there's a lot of these nonverbal tricks. But my thinking is if presidents and senators and CEOs of Fortune 500 companies know these tricks and these life hacks on how to increase likability, authority, and memory recall using nonverbal communication, why can't everyone else, right? So in this time, I'm going to try to get through as many life hacks. That's what I call it. Very quick. We're not going to talk on an academic level. We're going to say what specifically can you do today that increases likability, authority, and most importantly, memory recall. Right? It's great if someone likes you, right? That's fantastic. But do they actually remember what you are telling them, right? That's the most important. So we'll give you life hacks. The very specific life hacks. It'll only take you 24 hours. You can use it as soon as you leave today. So this is my speed round. Speed round. We're going to throw as many of these as possible. Who's bought a car in the last year? Used new car. Okay? So car salespeople are trained to use mirrored body language. So I don't know if you noticed this or if you're going to buy a car in the future, keep an eye out for it. They are trained to mirror your body language however you're standing. If you're leaning against the car, wait about 30 seconds, they're going to lean against the car. Psychologically, we like ourselves, right? If we are happy with ourselves, and I see myself in you, we are together, we're on the same level as quickly as possible. I don't know your beliefs, I don't know your values, but you're standing like I am. I see a similarity here, there's more trust factor, right? So mirroring body language is used very heavily, especially in sales positions. Real estate agents will do the same thing. We'll move around a little bit. Clothes. One store that I pick on all the time is Express. I pick on Express all the time because they're super contemporary. It's super cool. No, not taking shots. You wear Express clothes, but it's very contemporary clothes. Anytime, pro hack, if you are going to be on TV, a job interview, a big meeting, you're going to be client-facing, any opportunity where you really want your message given and come across very effectively, traditional clothes. There's a saying that if you're on a job interview and someone compliments you on your tie or your purse or your blouse, your earrings, then you should never wear that item on a job interview ever again. Never. The purpose of that is because if they're looking at your earrings or your tie or your blouse or whatnot, they're not paying attention to what you have to say. All right? So sure, use your individuality, wear whatever clothes you want to wear. Just think about those specific times. Job interview, going on TV, a big board meeting that you plan to show up in, right? To use as conservative as possible. I'm going to give you a life hack. Okay, let's pretend right before this, we had a break, right? About a 10-minute break. Out there, you may have been in like a sort of an informal circle of people just talking, right? You know what I'm talking about, where you just kind of sit around, you have your water or your coffee or whatnot, and you stay in a circle. I can psychologically tell you who everyone thinks is most likable or enjoyable at that exact moment using nonverbal communication. Not in general, not saying that this person, I hope to recruit them to work for my company, or I hope to. So at that exact moment, nonverbally can tell you who is most interested, and it's the 2 T's. 2 T's is toes and torso. Your toes and your torso, automatically, they will point toward whatever you're most interested in. So I would tell my students all the time that I can't do it to you because the door's behind you, but if the door to get out of here was over here, and I see your body facing that way, psychologically, you're ready to go to lunch. You're ready to get out of here. Not somewhat important to this. So what that tells us in interpersonal communication, make sure that we're not doing that sort of cool kind of pose of this sideways, right? Hey, yeah, this is what's going on. Toes and torso, right? 2 T's. Toes and torso are facing toward the person specifically. Likability and authority go up dramatically. Next one. One thing that I feel that people expect from us professionally as adults, right, that we never had a class in, or I never had a class in, was how to effectively handshake, right? I feel that should literally be in like a 100 level freshman class, or even before that, in a high school class, right? How to effectively handshake. So some pro tips, right? All the way, always up and down, just like this. Have you ever had a handshake with one of those people that does the hand on top of yours? Right, that's a power move. Right? So we're staying away from that altogether, straight up and down. Make eye contact the entire time. You never shake someone's hand while not making eye contact. Right? Here's a question for the gentleman in the room. Gentlemen, how do you shake a man's hand different than a woman's hand? Don't say that out loud because I don't want to get you in trouble. You do not, right? Everyone gets the exact same handshake, right? The things I see once in a while, I see these at like networking events, and it makes me cringe every time. These like half handshakes. No, everyone gets the same handshake across the board, right? So stay away from it. What about this? Let's say after the conference, you go out, have dinner, you meet some new people, you meet some people here, and you go to Circle 7, right? And it's just a restaurant right down the street. You're sitting there having some great nachos, and someone else comes up and says, hey, I want to introduce you to so-and-so. Do you ever shake someone's hand while sitting down? No, That's something that I don't know I was ever told before, all right? I kind of learned in the field. Absolutely stand up and shake someone's hand every single time, right? At the same time, using those 2 T's, right? Never one of these kind of cool person side handshakes I see all the time. 2 T's. If that in relationship is important to you, show that, right? Through nonverbal communication. So that's what I want to do. In 30 seconds, I want you to actually practice it. I don't want to just say, oh, yeah, it makes sense, yeah, so-and-so. But I want you to stand up. If you can stand up for me right now, if you can, if you're able, and shake two individuals' hands, 2 people. Thank you so much for your time, the 30 minutes. I hope you use some of these life hacks. Thank you.